Do you often feel overwhelmed by your emotions? Do you struggle to cope with anger, fear, sadness, or anxiety? Do you wish you could be more calm, rational, and resilient in the face of adversity? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then this video is for you. In this video, I will share with you 7 Stoic lessons that will help you control your emotions and live a better life. These are not mere tips, nor tricks, nor hacks. These are timeless secrets based on the ancient philosophy of Stoicism that will help you master your mind and conquer your emotions. Stoicism is a philosophy that teaches us how to live in harmony with nature, reason, and ourselves. Stoicism is not about suppressing or denying your feelings, nor about being cold or indifferent. It is about understanding, managing, and transforming your emotions so that they serve you rather than enslave you. It is about choosing to act with courage, justice, wisdom, and self-control, rather than being driven by impulse, greed, anger, or fear. It is about focusing on what you can control and accepting what you cannot, rather than worrying, complaining, or blaming. Stoicism is not a set of rules nor a list of do's and don'ts. It is a way of thinking, a way of being, a way of living. And it all starts with how you deal with your emotions and how you react to the events that happen to you. How you perceive your emotions and how you express them. How you use your emotions and how you overcome them. These are the 7 Stoic lessons that will help you control your emotions and live a better life. 1. Recognize that your emotions are not caused by external events, but by your judgments about them. As Epictetus wrote in his Enchiridion, men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. Do not blame others, or fate, or fortune, for how you feel. Blame yourself, or rather, your opinions. Your emotions are the result of your interpretation of what happens to you, not of what actually happens. You can always change your interpretation, and thus, change your emotions. Remember that nothing is good or bad, but thinking makes it so. 2. Distinguish between what is in your power and what is not. As Epictetus wrote in his Enchiridion, some things are in our control and others not. Things in our control are opinion, pursuit, desire, aversion, and in a word, whatever are our own actions. Things not in our control are body, property, reputation, command, and, in one word, whatever are not our own actions. Do not waste your time and energy on things that you cannot control, such as the past, the future, or the opinions of others. Focus on what you can control, such as your thoughts, your feelings, or your actions. Remember that the only thing that can harm you is your own judgment. 3. Practice negative visualization and self-examination. As Seneca wrote in his On Providence, "Nothing happens to the wise man against his expectation. Do not be surprised nor dismayed by the events that may occur during the day. Anticipate them and imagine how you would deal with them if they were to happen. Prepare yourself for the worst while hoping for the best. Remember that nothing external can harm you unless you let it. Remember also that you should always judge yourself and not others, and that you should be honest, humble, and accountable for your actions. 4. Cultivate the 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Do not let your emotions cloud your reason, nor your reason justify your emotions. Let your reason guide your emotions, and your emotions support your reason. Act with wisdom and choose what is good and right. Act with courage and face what is difficult and dangerous. Act with justice and treat others as you would like to be treated. Act with temperance and moderate your desires and aversions. 5. Follow the example of the Stoic sages and role models. As Epictetus wrote in his Enchiridion, choose someone whose way of life as well as words, and whose very face is mirroring the character that lies behind it, have won your approval. Be always pointing him out to yourself, either as your guardian or as your model. There is a need, in my view, for someone who has a standard against which our characters can measure themselves, without a ruler to do it against you or make the crooked straight. Do not be alone or lost in your journey. Have a mentor such as virtue, reason, and wisdom, which are in your power and which can never be taken away from you. Remember that virtue is the only good, and vice is the only evil for human beings. Remember also that virtue is sufficient for happiness, and that a sage would be emotionally resilient to misfortune. These are the 7 Stoic lessons that will help you control your emotions and live a better life. They are not easy, nor comfortable, but they are effective and rewarding. They will help you to become a better person and to live a better life. They will help you to achieve eudaimonia, or a good life, which is the ultimate goal of Stoicism. But remember, these are not the only lessons you should learn. Stoicism is not a one-time deal, nor a quick fix. It is a lifelong commitment and a daily practice. It is a way of living that requires constant effort and constant improvement. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." So, be good, my friend, and live like a Stoic. And may the force of nature, reason, and virtue be with you.